Well, it's Friday. It's my day, and I'm live at 5. Hey, I'm live at 5. Hey, I'm live at 5. Hey, I'm live at 5. Come on inside of the room. It's Friday. It's my day. It went fast, y'all, because I was getting this travel in this week in Canada, back from Canada. Now I'm back here in the VA. So excited to be here with you today. Put in the chat, you keep saying that. Put in the chat, you keep saying that. LaShawn, thank you for the red dress. Thank you for being here. Hey, sissy, how are you? Look, I so need to talk to you. Oh my God, I so need to talk to you. But when we get done, hopefully you'll have a couple of minutes. You made it home safely and did all the things. Again, I know this is your celebration, your birthday month. So continue to celebrate. Happy birthday to you again for the whole month of November. But we need to talk when I get off of here. So you keep saying that. My name is Denise Merriweather. I am the CEO and founder of Queenpreneurs Jumpstart Program. It's the #1 training environment for women who are looking to leverage their knowledge, ignite their passion, and build a highly profitable business. How do you do this? By building your courage, confidence, and competence so you can accept, believe, and commit to what it is that God has called you to do. Yes, sissy, we celebrate all month long. Can't wait, and hopefully look forward to seeing you on next week. So look, but we got to get our game plan together. Let's go. Team Titus, let's go. That's all I'm going to say. But look, you keep saying that. So I was just having a powerful conversation with my husband, and I was talking to him about a conversation that I had going into this training program that I'm in right now to become a more powerful leader, right? To be more powerful with my conversations. And look, for those of you who are just hopping on, definitely let me know who you are. Drop your name in the chat. Always happy when people are hopping in to get these nuggets. I'll be dropping here on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 5 o'clock p.m. because I'll be live at 5. So listen, we was having this conversation, and there's some times that maybe even you have this. So I want you to think about this when I drop this question. There is something that you keep saying, that you keep repeating as a constant complaint. Hey, Missy, right? About whatever it is that pops up for you. So when I was joining, hey, Christy, when I was joining this particular training program, and I was talking to my coach, and I mentioned this before, I was just saying to her, like, yo, I really don't know how I can commit this kind of time, right? Because it's a 7th to 8th month program. I have the kids, the cooking, the cleaning, the running the business, the occasional travel in and out of the country, the states, whatever. And I was puzzled, like, how am I going to be able to make this type of commitment for 7 to 8 months? But when I started thinking about it, and here's what she said to me. She said to me that, Deneen, if you standing in that place, you will never find the time to be able to do what it is that you want to do. And at first, I got what she was saying, but now that I'm in it, now that I'm juggling all the things, moving the things around, traveling from here and there, have class tonight from 7 until 11 o'clock p.m., coaching classes in the morning, coaching sessions tomorrow. Look, you could get the world of what I'm creating, that I'm busy and I got a whole bunch of stuff to do. Put in the chat, I'm busy. Put in the chat, I'm busy, because I'm sure you feel the same way. You have a lot of stuff going on. You have a lot of stuff happening in your life. If you didn't, you wouldn't be up to much. If you wasn't challenged with your schedule and all the things that you say yes and no to, you wouldn't be up to much. So this is a normal thing, to have to manage what it is that you're doing and what you're saying yes to. And you want to be powerful when you are making those decisions, right? You don't want to be forced. You don't want to be pushed, right? We was having a conversation in Southside Everywhere about that last night, about staying in your lane and not saying yes to things that don't align with what it is that God has called you to do. So look, here's what I'm saying, though. Here's what I'm saying. Dr. Roz, what's up? Dr. Roz, I got to get my book. I haven't ordered my book yet, but I'm going to order my book. And when I order my book, I'm going to send you a picture. I'm going to take a picture so you can advertise and do all the things. As a matter of fact, drop the link to your book. Okay, so one of the queens is inside of the queendom. She here in the StreamYard on class today. She has just written a book for all you educators, for all you people who have teams and want to set your team on fire. Drop the link, Dr. Roz, put it out there. Look, we want you to go to Amazon, purchase the book today, support the queen, and help yourself get your team together. Okay, look. Now, back to the situation at hand. The conversation is about, you keep saying that. Put it in the chat. You keep saying that. So what I found when it came to the constraints that I had around my time, I kept saying that I didn't have time to do certain things. Like I wasn't sure on how to fit it in and how to make it happen. But here is the thing. What I got and what my coach was trying to bring to my attention was that, look, if you stand in that place of not being able or not having time, it's never going to be a good time for you to do it. You're never going to be able to make the time or make it happen. Yeah, we're so proud of you, Roz. She says she want an autographed copy. I do too. I wonder if I could just cash app you and get an autographed copy like I did with Sister Pamela, who's also up inside this room. So this is something that you're saying. That's a consistent complaint. Put it in the chat. It's a consistent complaint, because here's what I want you to get. Every time you're confronted with some new opportunity, a new thing to do, or new things that may even potentially get you closer to what you keep talking about, because you keep saying that you want a thing. You keep saying that you want to experience a thing, that you want to reach a goal, that you want to do something. But here is the thing. What is the consistent complaint that you have and you keep saying about why you can't never do what it takes to get it done? And for me, it was, I don't see how I'm going to fit this in my calendar. I don't see how I'm going to fit this in my schedule. That was the consistent complaint. I don't see how I'm going to fit this in my schedule. I do not see how I'm going to fit this in my schedule. Now, for you, it might be something else. What's your consistent complaint? Put it inside the chat right now. And I know you know what I'm saying. Like if I say, hey, y'all going to join us for Becoming the Change next session that starts on January the 7th, starting on Saturdays at 11 o'clock a.m., you're going to tell me some reason why you ain't going to be able to do something. But I promise you, whatever this complaint is that you so easily let roll off your tongue, I promise you it's the same thing that you say about all the opportunities that you have, about all the things that you say you want to do, that you want to make happen. It's the same thing. Even when it comes to my health, when it comes to what? Meal prepping and grocery shopping and all that stuff. What do you think I'm saying? How am I going to fit this in my schedule? How am I going to do this? How am I going to make this happen? It's the same complaint. Put it in the chat. It's a consistent complaint. So what is your consistent complaint? Because whatever that thing is, oh, okay, that's what I'm talking about. Sister Pamela said, ouch, right. Because you know I'm not doing nothing but speaking the truth. Whatever this consistent complaint is, this thing that you keep saying that over and over again. Like it doesn't matter if you want it or you really don't want it, or you want to do it or you don't really want to do it. You want to achieve it. Maybe you do want to achieve it. I don't know, but you got something that you keep saying. Put it in the chat. I keep saying that. I keep saying that. And you might not have recognized what you've been saying. I might not say stay healthy enough. Well, look, all I'm saying is whatever that consistent complaint is, you keep saying it. You keep saying it. And you don't understand that it's the very thing that's preventing you from taking the necessary actions for you to have the things in your life that you keep saying that you want to have. But see, you don't get it as something that you keep saying that's holding you back. You think because it makes sense that you got a lot going on and that you're busy, you think it's a good reason. You think it's valid. You think that it should be holding you back. You're like, no, this makes sense. I can't make it work. I can't get it in. I can't make it happen. I don't have enough money. I'm just too old. I don't know what your consistent complaint is. I don't have support. I need a team. Or one of my friends, I need a team. That's all. I need a team. I'm like, no. What you need to be doing is go out there, making the money, getting the business, and then you can afford to purchase a team, right? Don't keep saying that. This consistent complaint that you keep talking about is preventing you from reaching your dreams, your goals, and your desires that's in your heart. And what I'm saying is you don't see it as something that you keep saying, but I keep hearing you say it. And it's no matter what it is, no matter how positive the opportunity is or how great and it will be for you, how much it'll move you along. She said, my consistent complaint are money is tight and I don't have time. That part. So I want you to get that it's a consistent complaint and you keep saying it. And I get it. What else? Everybody put it inside the chat. If you're on here right now, what's your consistent complaint? What's the thing that you keep saying? You keep saying that. And I keep hearing you saying it over and over and over and over again. And it's the thing that you bump up against for every opportunity, for every goal that you want to reach, for every new thing, for every challenge, for everything. And you keep saying it. Do you get that you keep saying it? So here's my thing. If you keep saying it, what you gonna do about it? What are you going to do to make it happen? Look, I ain't got time. I know it's so popular. It's so popular. That's what I was saying. I mean, it don't fit in my schedule. It's the same thing. I don't have time. It's so popular. It's the one. Time is one of the major things that's hold us back from all the things that we keep saying that we want and that we want to do. And I am guilty of it. I have been guilty of it. But thank God that I'm in conversation with people that'll be like, oh, there go that thing again. There it is, right there in the middle of your forehead, right here. You see that line that I keep scrunching up my face and I keep doing it, knowing it's creating it? Yeah, that thing right there that you keep saying, that you keep seeing, it is the same thing that's holding you back from all the things that you keep talking about. And here is the thing. I asked this question and y'all ain't said nothing to me yet. And maybe you typing. My question is, what are you going to do about it? Either you got to move something to create new, you got to change the way you think. Either you got to move something. So what you going to remove? It's 24 hours in the day. You ain't getting no more time. That's what you got. And let me tell you, that is more than enough. Put it in the chat. I have more than enough time. And I want you to say it. I have more than enough time. I have more than enough time. Make time. Say no. I have more than enough time. I want you to put in the chat. I have more than enough time. Be intentional. Thank you, Dr. Roz. She said, make time. Say no. Be intentional. All right. Change my mindset and go outside. That part. Let's go. I love, I have more than enough time. You do have more than enough time. Okay. Y'all repeating after me. I have more than enough. That's right. Because that's what you need to be saying to yourself. I have more than enough time, because you do have more than enough time. And you should not allow that conversation to keep messing with your dreams, your goals, your aspiration. Got to change my thinking. You sure do. And if you keep saying it for every opportunity that coming to you, it's definitely a problem. It's a blind spot. It's a blocker. It's a whatever you want to call it. It's something. And it's sure enough got to change, because guess what? You got 24 hours and you ain't getting no more. So the way that you managing whatever you got going on, like I was running down to my husband today, all the things that I got going on this calendar between now and tomorrow afternoon. And he was like, whoa. And just got back from Canada last night and had a live at 9:00 p.m. Y'all, he was like, yeah, Janine, I don't know, girlfriend. You're going to need to do something. You're absolutely correct. I'm going to have to do something. But I tell you what, it's not going to make me miss out on these things that I want for myself. So until I figure it out, this stuff is going on the calendar. Why? Because I'm not going to let not having time be the reason why I got to wait another year before I experience the things that I want to experience. Because guess what? I don't know how much time I have, and I'm clear on that. So I know that I have more than enough time. Put it in the chat. I have more than enough time, and you do. Now, what I think you should do is consider these things that Dr. Roz is talking about. You're going to need to be a little bit more intentional about the stuff that you're saying yes to. You're going to need to make time in your schedule, meaning removing some of this foolishness, this busy work, for the stuff that you're doing to look good for other people, to make other people happy. And I'm not talking about not being helpful. I'm not talking about not being of service. I'm not talking about being selfish. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you have an assignment that's already been given to you by the Lord Almighty. My question is, are you making any momentum and movement on it? Are you doing what it is that you were called to do? Because see, that's what my platform is all about, is to help encourage women to say yes to what it is that God has called them to do, and to monetize it. Why? Because if you were in any other type of field, helping and service people, the stuff that you pay for right now at the Walmart, at the gas station, what do they call gas stations? A service station. It's service. You're getting service, and guess what? Every time you pull up to the pump, I promise you paying for it. You ain't getting no service at the gas station without paying for it. So I don't want you to feel like whatever it is that God has called you to do, that you're not supposed to get paid for it. You got to get that out your mind too, because for some strange reason, we stuck on that. And what I'm telling you is that don't align with anything that's in my spirit. Not at all. When I think back about the story of Joseph, when the famine came, they had to exchange something in order to get some food. The king that he was working for, he wasn't coming at no loss, because he had Joseph to read the dreams and tell him that the famine was coming, and it was going to be 7 years of plenty and 7 years of famine. Then people came there lining up for food. They was given land, and when they didn't have no land to give, they was given cattle. And when they didn't have no cattle to give, guess what they was given? They blood, sweat, and tears working the land that they had to give up. So don't give me that, okay? Because I don't receive that in my spirit. You need to have skin in the game. Put skin in the game in the chat. Because see, when y'all get that, the majority of the stuff that you experiencing, that you are having in your life right now, you done paid something for it. Blood, sweat, tears, money, whatever you call it. So stop it. Cut it out. Get rid of that. But look, you have more than enough time. Whatever this constant complaint that you have, that you keep saying, that's preventing you from getting in the game, I want you to know You need to go ahead and stop playing these games and get in the game. So I want to give you an opportunity right now. I'm going to drop the link. For those of you who want to join us starting in January the 7th on Saturdays at 11 o'clock, you could check this out. You could go take a look at it and see whether or not it aligns with what it is that you want to see for yourself in your life. But what I'm telling you is, whatever that consistent complaint is that you keep talking about, that you keep saying that for everything, for every opportunity, for every time somebody asks you to do something, to go somewhere, to be somewhere, because I'm telling you, Deneen, do you want to go to the concert? Girl, I ain't got time to go to the concert. Deneen, do you want to do that? Girl, I ain't got time to do it. I'm telling you, it will snuff out your entire life. All the experiences that you want, you'll keep complaining about not having time instead of making time, being intentional, removing this stuff. Stop being busy, saying no to the stuff you need to say no to. Stop being concerned about looking good and being right and making other people happy and being on their team and being on their side and them patting you on the back and telling you how great you are and how happy they are that you here. And all this stuff doesn't fulfill you, don't make you happy, don't bring you joy, don't give you inspiration, don't give you love and joy in the inside and make you but feel like you bubbling over. You need to stop the foolishness. That's all I'm saying. And keep saying what you're saying if you want to, but I'm going to point it out to you and tell you, well, you know what? Every time I talk to you about investing in yourself, being in a course, taking the class, jumping on your dreams, giving it a shot, you keep saying how you ain't got time. And all I'm saying is you keep saying that, but eventually you're going to need to figure out what you're going to do with them 24 hours because you ain't getting no more. Look, always looking forward to serving you. Hope you say yes. Hope you join us in becoming the change, because that's what you need to change. You need to change your mind. You need to change who you're being and all these other situations that you keep letting pass you by because you keep talking about how much time you ain't got or how much money you ain't got or whatever it is. This ain't the time for that. And if I can do it and make these rooms, you can too. So what you going to do? You going to join me? January the 7th, round 2. Becoming the change. The link is in the chat. I'm gonna drop it one more time. Okay, Christy says stop being foolish. Okay, that part, because you're missing out, and it ain't no need for you to be missing out. You need to come on and get in the game, figure it out, make it happen. It's a challenge for all of us, but you can do this. You can make this happen. Just decide, okay, I got one amen in the room. I got any other amens? What I want you to say is you keep saying that. You keep saying it. Put it in the chat. You keep saying that. You keep saying that. You keep saying that. You keep saying that. And what I'm saying is stop saying it and decide to do something different. Because until you do, she said, talking to myself. It's all right. I'm for that. And it's for everybody too, Christy, is a good thing. Will it be the same as the first class? Well, it depends on how many things you're working on, because this particular class, you're working on one thing. So the next class, you're going to be focusing on something else. But I tell you what, you got more than one thing that you got to disappear. You got more than one. Let me tell you, by the time we finish this class, even the stuff that you've already heard, Missy, in session 1, how would you rate yourself on being able to apply even the conversation that we had last week? How have you been able to apply that conversation to your life? Or do you need to hear more conversation about how to apply that in your life? Because see, transformation, remember, is not in the doing. It's in the being. But transformation also exists in language. So you have to be around people with like minds and language that will help you incorporate how to become that new person in your life. That's why I keep a coach. That's why I stay in class and training and around people who think like me. I can't be around people that don't think like me, because what's going to happen? They're going to influence the way that I think and I speak. That's why I'm careful about the negative conversation. I'm careful about people ideas. Like, I don't even let people step over crazy stuff in front of me. Like, they say something that don't align with me, I'll be like, no, wait a minute, kid. Let's reframe that. Let's say this a little differently, right? Not that, and only to people that will accept the coaching. Like, I don't do this to people that don't accept coaching. Some people just want to stay in the place that they in, and they fight for their limitations. I'll let them keep them. But in my mind, I'd be like, Deneen, don't take that in, because that's some nonsense. What did Chrissy say? Now, that's just foolish. So don't feed into what they're saying. Just let them talk, because they're not trying to receive what it is that you're saying. But I tell you what, you don't lose yourself in their conversation. You can either help bring them, elevate the way that they're thinking to a new level, or you can let them stay. But either way, don't take on what they're saying. That's why, what did Michelle say? When they go low, we go high. You think that's a game? You think that's a joke? That ain't no joke. That's a real thing. And you should be doing that with the people that's around you. When you start hearing that crazy conversation that they have going on, you need to be like, what did Coach Denise say about this right here? I'm not even going to let this get in my shanana, my spirit. And I get sometimes too. So here's the thing too, Missy. When you're in these conversations, when we have the conversations about the things that we're talking about, sometimes it's hard for you to articulate what it is that you heard because you're new to the conversation or the concept or the way of thinking. So wouldn't it behoove you to stay inside the conversation until you get better at handling the conversations? That's what I do. I stay around people that have elevated conversation so I can continue to stretch and challenge myself with the type of conversation that I want to be around. Why? Because I get that my conversation that's happening here is creating what's out here in my life. So if I'm around these people that's talking crazy and foolish, like Christy said, my life is going to be full of crazy and foolish. But you can start noticing when the people talking foolish and crazy, and you can make a decision on whether or not you want to be a part of the conversation. So if you're not strong enough to elevate the conversations that's around you, then it will behoove you not to be around the conversations. It would be wise to stay connected or into a place that have powerful conversations that you can listen to. That's why come here Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 5:00. Why? For the conversation. Because this conversation will continue to challenge you to think differently about your life and how you've been living your life. So don't go away until you feel like you can manage this conversation on your own. And then you could go and be on your own. And then after a while, you be like, you know what? I'm missing this conversation. Let me get plugged back in. This is what I do. I have a community of people that I go in and out of. Like sometimes I go really, really hard. I'm in a lot of trainings, a lot of conversations and stuff. And then sometimes I'm like, okay, I need a break. Let me, take a little respite, see how I can manage these skills on my own. Okay, I need more of this conversation. Like even during the pandemic, that was a shift for a lot of us. A lot of us needed a different conversation because it was challenging to be by ourselves, to be disconnected from people, to have to change the way that we think, the way we live, the way we eat, all the things. It was a challenge. What did you do to help yourself? Like, yeah, we're at a better place now, but you have changed since the pandemic. There's something different about you. Good, bad, or indifferent. I don't know what type of story you're making up about it. But I know that, number one, it changed my life. The pandemic came in and saved my life. Why? Because I was doing a whole lot of busy work, chasing money. Put it in the chat. Don't chase the coins. Don't chase the coins. That's not the way. Don't chase it. But it took the pandemic coming for me to see, oh my God, I'm about to kill myself chasing this money. But the pandemic came and I was like, whew, thank you, Jesus, because I was going to die. I was going to kill myself. They don't understand. I was chasing. And even when the pandemic came, that same mindset, even though I knew it intellectually that I was doing it, it took a while to change the behavior. And after I got it, I shut my academy down. Like, oh, you know what? We're going to stop this academy. We're going to stop this going live 5 times. Like, we're going to stop. Because this it shouldn't be like this. Like, at some point you get that God blessings addeth no sorrow. Thank you, Esther Curry, for that scripture. It has blessed my life. It don't add sorrow. If it's adding whatever it is that you calling a blessing and it's adding a whole bunch of sorrow, maybe it ain't a blessing. Maybe it's a curse. Maybe it's not a gift for you. Maybe it belongs to somebody else. Maybe you picked up something that you saw somebody else doing and you thought that was the fix for you. And God is saying, no, I didn't never tell you had to do that. I didn't tell you had to go live five times a week. I didn't say you had to do all of that. No, Deneen, you made that up. Based on what? The coaches you've been listening to, the people that you're seeing, you trying to be somebody else. And I never told you to do that. He told me I could do more with less. And I went straightway cutting out everything that I could cut out. That I felt good with cutting out. I could do more with less. Less is more. Thank you, LaShawn. Thank you. Thank you. So look, Missy, stay connected, locked in for as long as you can stay connected and locked in. It's going to be different because you're going to come to the class different. You're going to be able to create a new possibility. You're going to be able to ask questions that you're not going to be able to ask questions about this time because you don't have the world. You don't have the world created to ask questions from it this time. But next time you're going to be stronger. And you're going to be able to see certain things that you haven't been able to see. And there's some things you're going to be like, yeah, I remember her saying that, but I don't remember how she got to that place. So just stay connected. You'll know by the end of this session if you should be in the next session. You'll know it. It ain't for me to decide. You got the power to choose. It's the power of choice. I want you to always be empowered to make a decision if you want to register or not. That's on you. You got to see where you are. You got to see if it makes sense for your growth. Okay, I just wanted to know if I can sign up again. Yes, ma'am. You are always welcome to stay connected to me in whatever way you want. You got options. You can stay in classes. You could do one-on-one sessions. You could do whatever. You got digital courses. You can stay connected. You could come to the live. You got options to be in this conversation. I mean, it's a different level of interaction, but you got options. Stay connected however you feel you need it for however long you need it. But the goal is for you to get better and stronger and wiser and get to where you need to be quicker and faster and things to be more clear and concise. Right? You got to be able to see this foolishness. Okay, Chrissy done put it here, stay in your lane. That's what I'm saying. Right. So whatever you need, Missy, you determine what it is that you need. And I promise it shows up every time. All right. You got options. For real, you got options. For sure, she has options. And you do too. So look, always looking forward to serving you guys live at 5, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Share this video, y'all. Get it all the way up. Get the views all the way up. Share with the people. You keep saying that. And tell them when you share the post, tell them what you believe that this message, how you believe this message will serve them. Hey, just had a great conversation listening to Deneen, and she was talking about this thing that you keep saying in your life that's keep holding you back from all your dreams and aspirations. If that sounds like something you want to hear, listen to this below. And tell them and give them some insight of what the message is and how it can help them. Because that's what people need. People need help. But sometimes they don't know what type of help they need. But there's people that you're having conversations with that you know something could help them. Either what you have, what I have, what Dr. Roz has, what Christy has, what LaShawn has, what Missy has, like, you know, based on how well you know them. And if you don't know them well enough, then you need to be in conversation with some people and get to know some people so you can help serve people, because that's what you keep saying you want to do. So serve them. Get to know them. Give them what they need. People need our help. Go save people. Go help them with whatever it is they need. All right, look, always looking forward to serving you. I love you guys. You keep saying that. Put it in the chat. You keep saying that. You keep saying that. Listen to the conversations that you're having with yourself and about the things that's coming towards you. Because you very well may be telling God that you just don't have time or you don't have the money. And he knows that you have all of the things because he's giving you all the things. All right. I love you guys. I'm live at 5. I look forward to serving you. Have an amazing weekend. Students, class members, clients, I'll see you guys tomorrow bright and early. Do your work, do your worksheets, come to class with your work done so we can get it moving, okay, and have powerful conversations tomorrow. Always looking forward to serving you. I love you guys. I'm live at 5. Hey, I'm live.